What is going on, everybody? Man, Micah's back with another video. Back here with a what's on my iPhone 15 Pro video. Yes, new phone, new setup. You know, we got to keep it fresh. As you guys saw, that's my little wipe down towel. Keep the phone nice and clean. And now we are logged in here. Now, of course, how do I typically like to start these videos? Well, I like to usually start with the lock screen. We kind of start from the beginning, work our way in. That's the whole shabamo. So the first thing we're going to start with here is the lock screen. As you guys can see, I have a very simple lock screen here with the temperature or climate and the date as well as the clock. No other widgets, just because I have some wallpapers that take it to make use of the depth effect. So for this wallpaper setup I have here, this is photo shuffle. I don't typically use widgets if the wallpaper will use depth effect. So although this one doesn't, I do have ones that do. So I just stay clear. Now, of course, in order to set that up, I have a few different ones set up. So let's say I switch to this one. This is one that I do have some widgets set up on, and it goes to a specific type of wallpapers. And these wallpapers here I got from Siobhan, so shout out to Siobhan for these wallpapers. He has some pretty decent ones. And of course, in terms of notifications that you see, got the flashlight and camera, something that we can't quite control yet in terms of being able to change that out, but that is the lock screen setup there. Swiping to the left, of course, you get this left page panel here. I don't even know what this is called. I don't think it's called Discovery Feed like it is on Android, but the widgets I use is a square type clock, which is what I like. And then I have my sleep widget. I used to have Aura there, but I have not actually even checked to see if Aura, still works the way it's supposed to. And then of course I have the battery widget right here as well. And that's about it there. And then my Apple News stories that I use to check out news for the day. So upon swiping there, swiping up, we are now in the homepage and into the phone. And so the first thing you guys see over here is the date. I don't think I have anything on that. It's the date calendar widget. I like it because it's kind of fresh, it's minimal, it's new. It came with iOS 17, so I'm like, why not? Let's use that. And then, of course, the one I have over here is the weather widget that I like to use. And then, of course, you can click into it, and boom, there you go. You get the weather for the day. Check it out. You can scroll through it. As you guys see, I am in Warner Robins, Georgia. And then swiping down, I use the Google widget. I like Google's widget on here. I do, of course, wish it was smaller. But apparently, as of right now, Apple does not allow any widgets smaller than what we kind of see here. They have to be at least square shape. So if it could be smaller, then hopefully we could just get the Google bar, because that would be kind of fire on an Apple device. But nonetheless, that's what I have there. And then I have all my apps stacked below it. I used to have this real different and had all kinds of stuff going on. Then I just minimized it to keep it real simple. Starting off at the top, we got Lightroom, then we got Threads, also known as Instagram's Twitter killer, but I don't think it's done so quite yet. Then my mobile banking app, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Kind of keep a little color profile there going on. I probably could switch these two apps to kind of maintain some level of color, consistency on this here homepage of mine. And then of course Apple Maps. I've switched to Apple Maps, interestingly enough, because it looks very clean. I like the way it looks, and I also think that it has caught up to Google Maps to some degree. I haven't got lost yet with it, which is also a good thing. I have not had to go back to Google Maps. So I guess kudos to Apple for finally, advancing Apple Maps to something more decent that is usable. Then, of course, I got my JW Library app. I got the Apple's Mail app here, Photos, Apple Notes, YouTube, the App Store, so that way I keep my apps updated. And I like the use of the press and hold to reach shortcuts for the app, and then I go straight into updates, and it'll take me right there, pull down and see if there's anything. There is. There's 3: Cash App, Netgear, and YouTube Music. Now, I don't typically use YouTube Music all that often anymore. You'll see why here shortly. Of course, Cash App, every dollar. Shout out to Dave Ramsey. And then YouTube Studio to keep track of all my YouTube content. And then, of course, my home bar down here, we got Safari, phone, iMessage, and settings. I wish Apple would bring back the active settings icon. That's kind of, I like that when they were doing that. And it kind of works with the fact that they brought interactive widgets now. So just seeing an interactive app icon would be kind of nice to have on an Apple device. Now here, what do we have going on my second page? Well, before we attack the big widget in the room, we're going to start off with the utilities folder. This is where I have all like my apps that I essentially would spend money on in any way, shape, or form, whether it's shopping or bills. And you got Amazon, Cox, which is our internet provider down here, Wave Money, which actually is discontinuing their banking source. I actually had to move my banking stuff off of Wave and kind of move it back over to another banking. Just for now, I'll see if I'll keep it there, but I did like using Wave. I guess maybe not enough people caught on to the app using the banking activity, and so they're shutting it down, unfortunately. Then T-Mobile Tuesdays, if you are on T-Mobile network, you have to be using T-Mobile Tuesdays because you get freebies every Tuesday. So upon its opening, you see you get if not freebies, you get real nice discounts. So $3 large pepperoni or cheese classic pizza from Little Caesars, 40% off world site wide for Wonderly, Manscaped 30% off plus free shipping, something I could probably refresh on for myself. Then you got dining rewards, of course another Little Caesars coupon in here, basically free crazy combo with pizza purchase, and then exclusive deals on select shows. So you get a lot of stuff in here every Tuesday, refreshes, and you have to have that if you're on T-Mobile. And of course, my T-Mobile app, Progressive, which is my insurance, my wallet app, Patreon, and then PayPal. And then swiping over, Swapper, if I have anything I'm trying to sell after I've used it. Stuff is always sold in mint condition, so keep that in mind whenever you guys want to buy from my Swapper. Venmo, Target, Walmart, and ADP, which is essentially my check stub app for work. And then my gaming folder, I have my chess app, of course, Marvel Snap. You got that Need for Speed that I rarely play, but it plays very smooth and very nice on the iPhone. And speaking of gaming, that A17 Pro, I've noticed it in terms of just like no latency whatsoever playing games on here, whether it is Marvel Snap, Marvel Contest of Champions. I've not tried BeatStar yet, but I do have it downloaded. It's kind of similar to like a Guitar Hero, I think, just for your fingers on the phone. So I'm gonna finally try to cue that up and see how that goes. And of course Twitch, although I don't know why I still have Twitch on here. I think I have 4. I've changed my mind on doing things Twitch related. And then PlayStation app, since I have a PS5, my Nighthawk for my router, Zoom, and Discord. I'm rarely in Discord anymore as well. Entertainment, we got, of course, the suite of streaming media here with Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, Redbox, Apple TV, or Apple TV Plus, rather, Prime Video, Paramount Plus, which I haven't opened in a while, Disney Plus, and Atom. The ones I really kind of use is kind of like Netflix, Hulu, Max, Apple TV Plus, Prime Video, and Disney Plus. Atom is where I buy movie tickets. So, the Marvels is coming out soon. May jump in there, buy some tickets for that on, sooner rather than later. My extras, I still have Google Photos just in case I want to pull some out the archive, since I pretty much use iCloud for all of my stuff now. I paid for the 2 terabyte, I think, now, because I basically share storage with the wife, so we need extra storage. And thankfully Apple has also released a 6 terabyte version now, right? I think is there a 4 terabyte and a 6, or is it a 6 and a 12 terabyte? Something. They definitely drastically improved iCloud storage with this last Apple event. But again, I got Google Keep Notes, just in case there's some notes that I may need to transfer over to Apple Notes. I jump in there to see if I have anything that that's kind of pressing. Google Drive, the Widget app, although I don't really use it too often anymore. Google Maps, just in case. Audible, I like listening to books from time to time. A lot of it's kind of Star Wars, Marvel related, of course, but I found some good ones out there from like Kevin Hart and a few other people. And then MD Vinyl, my Oura app, and Facebook, although I don't really use it all that often. GarageBand if I want to make me a ringtone. And then Widget Smith, which is similar to the Widget app, where you get, you can customize widgets and people can create widgets that you can place on your iPhone. And then down here, you got the Apple utilities apps such as Find My, Reminders, Apple Watch, FaceTime, Fitness, and Health. I don't really need the FaceTime app just because it works pretty well within the message, iMessage, or using Siri works as well. And then of course Fitness and Health go hand in hand. Pixar is this the app I use to create my thumbnails for the videos. Files app, because of course you need that, although Apple needs to drastically improve the Files Explorer aspect of it, the file management system of it. And then Sleeper is a fantasy sports app. I use it to play fantasy football. Right now I'm not doing too great, but I'm trying. And now to address the big widget in the room, and that is up here. And we got the Apple Podcast, and within it, of course, I can click on it. I still listen to Android Central, listen to Vergecast from time to time, Apple Insider, 9 to 5 Mac, Mac Rumors, Marvel Cinematic Universe Podcast, Brilliant Idiots from time to time. It's a nice app, and as you guys can see, it's interactive. So on any one of these podcasts, I could just hit that play button over there, and it will play it. And for the sake of not losing my place, I'm not trying to click on any of those right now. Now, here's something that I like to use with my Apple Music. Is I can do the same thing here. Click on any of these play buttons and it will play that song specifically. Shout out to For All the Dogs, Not Too Bad from Drake. And then my driving music, which is my expansive playlist that you'd be surprised what would be in that playlist. So upon opening, this is the Apple Music, of course, and as it freaks out, that's what it looks like, right? Well, let's say I wanted to play some music. I don't know if I want any sounds. Let me make sure that's off. Let's just say I want to play this song from 3 Days Grace. Like I told you, you're going to be surprised with these playlists, right? So I got that playing, right? Well, here is the MD Vinyl widget, which is considered an interactive widget as well, but it's a very creative widget because it plays whatever you're playing on this disc as if it's a vinyl player, and it'll actually rotate as it should. Now I think I have to activate it, or do I have to actually open the app because it's been updated? Let's see. All right. So right now it's got it logged in. I don't know why it wouldn't let me click on it, but now once I click out, as you guys can see, it is spinning. It is nice. I'm tempted to kind of add it to the front page, of course, but I like my home page very, very, very simple and straight to the point. But this is a nice widget if you did want to showcase this on your iPhone. And maybe below it, you could showcase your I'm coming up with a home screen setup now that I think about it. You can have this up here with weather down here, weather and the time, and that could be your whole front page, and then you swipe over and you got all your apps. So I just kind of thought about something there for myself. I might consider that now that I think about it. But yeah, so upon that, click and hold on the dynamic island, press pause. Oh, well, I meant to say press pause. Savage Garden, shout out to them. So I have it on pause. It's still going to spin, but it's on pause. It's not playing anything. And if I swipe over, that's all the pages I have. This is the app library that Apple has added to the iPhone, which was a great idea. And shout out to them for adding that. And then in terms of settings, nothing, anything crazy action button wise. If I click on it, I use it as my alert slider still. So as you see, it's in ring mode. But if I press and hold, it switches to silent. Press and hold again, it's back to ring. So that's probably the biggest thing I could show you guys within settings. Otherwise, I got my notifications set low. So like in terms of notifications, I don't have a lot of notifications on. As you guys can see, a lot of them are off. I have a lot of these notifications off. That's a way to save battery life as well. Just want to throw that out there. That's off. And then in terms of general, go to background app refresh. Again, I don't have a lot of apps refreshing in the background. Only pretty much if I use it, that means I would end up activating the app and then it would refresh itself. Another way to save battery life, if that's something you're interested in. And in general, battery life for me, based off how I have my phone set up, has been great. I haven't had really any issues. As you guys see here, I'm on iOS 17.0.3 as a recording of this video. And again, as I said, with this setup, phone is running very smoothly, very clean, no problems. And battery life has been great as well. that is what's on my iPhone 15 Pro. Let me know down in the comment section below what is on your iPhone, whether it is the 15 Pro, Pro Max, iPhone 14, 13, whatever iPhone you have. What are some of your favorite apps? What are some of the apps you saw from my setup that you may actually use? Let me know down in the comment section below. But again, as always, if you guys haven't already, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, the notification bell, so my videos, so you can sit back, chillax, and see what's cracking with your man Micah signing out until the next video. Wait for